Welcome back to The Person Everyone Needs. I am Webb Hoggard, and I'm going to start a series today on the idea of a strategy for winning at life. For the next 4 weeks, I wanted to talk about some things that I think are very important at succeeding at winning in your life. And again, I have the motivation of this podcast often has been things I wish I could say to my boys that they can't fully understand yet. Even today, I was playing baseball with one of them. I was outside, just throwing baseball, not playing baseball. But he was out there for about 15 minutes before I started complaining that it was hot. And I was like, do you want to play baseball? And he was like, yeah. And I said, well, it gets hot sometimes. And then a few more minutes, he's like, oh, the mosquitoes are biting me. I'm ready to go in the house. And I said, do you think there's going to be no mosquitoes on the ball field? Come on, man, throw the ball. And then a few minutes later, he's like, oh, feel my head. I'm sweating. My arms are tired. And, he's going through all this stuff. And so I'm sitting there trying to push him, like a good coach. Father or whatever you want to call me. But I was giving a little push there, which, of course, he didn't appreciate. And I get it. I didn't appreciate it when I was a kid. I didn't ever listen to it till I was in my adulthood. So one of the things that's on my mind today is things I wish I could have listened to earlier. And maybe today, if you're listening to this podcast, maybe you can pick up on it. But a strategy for winning. Okay. A strategy for winning at life. The first thing I would tell you, I've already told you one major thing. It's probably about a year ago on this podcast, but I went through a series talking about the importance of gratitude. And I said everyone should have a gratitude journal. Well, let me tell you something else you should put in that journal. There should be a few pages among the dozens of gratitude. There should be a few pages about dreams. Write down in your book or on a piece of paper, get you a notes app out or something like that, and just dream about your future. Get specific with your dreams. Tell God what it is that you want to accomplish, see, have, receive. All of these things is great for you to and have a prayerful attitude as you say it. Check your heart as you're asking for these things, as you're dreaming. This isn't to be a selfish list. In fact, I have found for myself, the more I dream on behalf of others. There was a change in my leadership just a few years ago where most of the dreams that I have are for other people, that I'm doing what I can to help make a better circumstance or a greater opportunity for those that are around me. And so my dreams started turning outward. Obviously, now I'm at the time where I got just a few more years with some of my kids, living in the house with me. And so my dream right now is to do everything I can to set them up for health and success as they get ready to leave. So I know that's not the case yet right now. I'm definitely in the middle of the war, okay? So I'm not like giving up on them or anything like that, but I'm just saying to you, this will be over so much quicker than I think. And so it's my job not just to survive their childhood, which is largely what we end up doing, I feel like a lot of times when they're babies. There comes a time where we have to no longer just starve and crave for survival. And as things get more stable, there comes a chance for us to kind of just be like, well, I'm so glad the battles are over. But if we're really going to set our families up for success, we have to move from survival to stability to success, and then teaching them what it means to be significant. That all can be taught. You're still going to live it out in your personal life, but that all can be taught to your kids over that line. But writing it down in your dream journal is so important. So there's two lists I like to talk about, and I think I may have mentioned it here before, but on the day me and Amanda got married, she handed me a list of things that she had been praying for since she was 16, so about 10 years. She'd been praying that God would give her the great man of God that she had been hoping for. And if you look at that list, there's about 12 things on it, I believe, 12 or 14. It describes me almost to a T. It's crazy. God gave her what she wanted. Now, if you hear that and you're like, wow, you are just an arrogant somebody. No. I didn't know that's what she wanted. It's not like I'm patting myself on the back. I'm saying that God knew the desires of her heart and took me through circumstances to make me the person that she was wanting. That's kind of what God does. When we write things down and we say, God, this is what I desire, this is what I want, and begin to pray in that direction, Ralph Waldo Emerson used to say that if you'll make a direction, then the whole universe will come around you to see it come to pass. Dream big and chase after it, because God wants you to do that. Now, often when we think dream big, we often think also dream a lot. Hey, if you want to accomplish something great, go after the great thing wholeheartedly. But don't try to go after 6 great things. Trying to have it all is a large reason why we very rarely have it well. My encouragement to you is dream big. Yes, goal set. Get yourself some things that you want to accomplish this year, things you want to accomplish this month, things you would like to accomplish in the next decade. As I have heard many people say, and as I'm getting just a little bit older, I'm recognizing the truth. We overestimate what we can get done in a year, and we underestimate what we can get done over a decade. God has moved me into a almost dramatically or miraculously different direction since I have submitted my life to Him. And over the last decade, I'm almost a completely different person. Not because I didn't like the person that I was, but because maturity does that. Difficulties do that. Life does that. Family does that. Having children, whatever you want to say. But the truth is, I am becoming more and more what I feel like God wanted me to be, because over a decade, there's plenty of things that can happen. And so dream big. Dream a dream large enough that you can't get it done in a few weeks, that you have to start working on it and incrementally getting there for a while. I think I said this briefly a while ago, but also in your dreams, dream of others. Keep others in mind. Bless others in your dream. The greatest dreams that you could ever accomplish is when you see other people holding the trophies in their life. So I'm just telling you, don't just dream for yourself, and please don't ever let your dreams be a controlling agent in your life. Look, these are directions. These are not controlling. Okay, so they're buoys in the water, but you don't drive your boat at the buoy. The buoy helps you keep your nose heading in the right direction. So don't allow your dreams for other people to make you become controlling of other people, and don't let even the dreams for your own life become controlling. Trust that the right time things are going to show up when they need to, but what you have to do is constantly make sure that your nose is heading in the right direction, that you have a vision, and vision helps inspire direction. And that way, that every morning you wake up, you know what direction you're heading to. Why is it that you are doing the things that you are doing? What is your why? What is the things that you are wanting to accomplish? What are the things that others need from you? Set those goals, dream them up. So I'll tell you another list. When we first got married, Amanda and I, we didn't have hardly any money. We were struggling. Of course, she was wanting to make a life. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was a little embarrassing to her that she couldn't make a better home for us. I'm talking about buying stuff. Our home was fine, but she wanted nicer things because she thought that reflected on her wifing. And I get it. As the husband, I wanted her to drive a nice car, and I wanted us to have nice things too, but we were just in a tight spot. So what we would do on our dates is we would go somewhere cheap and sit down, and I'd get a notebook out, and we would just dream of the things that we'd want one day. And it was so much easier to dream when we didn't have anything, because it was like taking a vacation together to those areas. Now we're living in most of the dreams we used to write down on those pieces of paper. And as we're living in them, I can't get the paper back out again and do it again, because it's I've got too much to lose now. I'm not sure if I want to dream anymore. I don't know, because every time to accomplish a dream or to get your hands on a chapter in your life that you've been waiting for, you've got to leave something else. And so there's a lot of what we have been able to dream up into existence that we don't want to let go of, but that's what dreaming does. Dreaming for the next chapter means you have to let go of this one. And so I would say in the middle of your dreaming, make sure contentment, not control, contentment is at the height of your heart. That you say, no matter what circumstance I'm in, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be the person that I want to be in this season. I'm going to be the person that the people around me need. I'm going to keep dreaming. I'm going to keep my boat heading in this direction, but I'm going to be content even when I'm a long way off from where I want to be eventually. Because chances are you're probably going to get there, but your satisfaction in the journey is going to matter a lot more than the joy of the destination. People who are finding their way in life, finding that dreams are possible and they're coming true. People who dream big, and not just for themselves, but for others around them. Those are the kind of people that everyone needs.